As the chilled winds of the English countryside sweep across the plains of Wiltshire, I find myself standing in the shadow of the ancient and enigmatic Stonehenge. My name is Johnathan Blake, a man driven by an unquenchable thirst for uncovering the shrouded mysteries of the past, an archaeologist by trade and an adventurer at heart. My journey to this prehistoric monument is not one of mere curiosity, but a well-planned scientific expedition aimed at deciphering the secrets held within these towering stones. For years, I've studied the lore and legends surrounding Stonehenge, delving into the depths of historical texts and modern theories. My research has led me to believe that there's more to this stone circle than meets the eye. Perhaps it's a gateway to another world or an ancient cosmic compass used by a civilization long forgotten. As I set up my equipment under the watchful gaze of these silent sentinels, I can't help but feel a sense of awe mixed with a touch of fear. The stones, weathered by the passage of millennia, stand as timeless witnesses to history, holding secrets that have perplexed scholars and enthusiasts alike. Tonight, as the sky darkens and the stars begin their celestial dance, I intend to unravel at least a thread of this enigmatic tapestry. Equipped with the latest in archaeological technology and a heart full of determination, I prepare to delve into the nocturnal mysteries of Stonehenge. What secrets will these ancient stones reveal under the light of the stars? Will the theories of doorways to other dimensions and cosmic alignments hold true, or will new, unexpected truths emerge from the heart of this prehistoric enigma? As the night deepens, I step closer to the central stone, feeling the pulse of history running through its cold, rugged surface. This is it, the beginning of an expedition that could redefine our understanding of this ancient wonder. Stonehenge, with all its mystery and majesty, awaits. The sun had long set, leaving Stonehenge under a blanket of starry darkness. I, Johnathan Blake, remained the only human amidst these ancient monoliths. My heart raced with a mix of exhilaration and trepidation. This was the moment I had been preparing for, the chance to witness something that could redefine history. As the moon climbed higher, casting eerie shadows between the stones, I began my detailed examination. It was then that I stumbled upon something extraordinary. One of the larger stones, known as a sarsen, seemed different. On closer inspection, I found a series of almost imperceptible markings, not unlike those found in ancient ruins. Curiosity piqued. I traced these markings with my fingers, and to my utter astonishment, a section of the stone silently slid open, revealing a narrow, dark passage. For a moment, I hesitated. This was uncharted territory, a deviation from the known history of Stonehenge. But my desire for discovery outweighed my fears. Taking a deep breath, I stepped into the passage with only a flashlight to guide me. The air inside was cool and still, as if undisturbed for millennia. As I moved forward, the passage seemed to narrow, and the walls began to emit a faint, luminescent glow. The light was otherworldly, casting no shadows, and it seemed to pulse gently, like the beating heart of the earth. I felt a strange sensation, as if the very fabric of time and space was thinning around me. Then, abruptly, the narrow corridor ended, opening into a vast, circular chamber. The walls were lined with intricate carvings that depicted celestial bodies and unknown symbols. In the center of the chamber stood a stone altar, bathed in a ghostly light. I approached the altar cautiously, aware that I was standing in a place that might have been untouched since the time of the ancients. The air was charged with an energy that I couldn't explain, a sense of connection to something far greater than myself. As I reached out to touch the altar, a sudden rush of images and sensations flooded my mind. Visions of people dressed in ancient garb, celestial alignments, and rituals performed under the watchful eyes of the stars. It was overwhelming, disorienting, and for a moment, I wondered if I had stepped into another world or another time, with every fiber of my being tingling with an unknown energy. I realized that this was just the beginning of a journey far beyond anything I could have imagined. The night in Stonehenge was about to reveal its deepest secrets, and I was the sole witness to its unspoken history. As I stood in the center of the chamber beneath Stonehenge, my senses were overwhelmed. The visions that had flooded my mind began to coalesce into a clearer picture. I realized that I was not just in a physical space, but at the crossroads of what seemed like multiple realities or times. The air around me vibrated with an energy that felt ancient and otherworldly. I began to explore the chamber, my hands trembling slightly as they moved over the carvings. Each symbol, each etched line seemed to tell a story of celestial movements, aligning with my theory that Stonehenge could be an ancient cosmic compass. But there was more. The chamber hinted at functions far beyond mere sky mapping. Suddenly, the chamber's light intensified, revealing a series of paths leading from the central altar. Each path was bathed in a different hue, suggesting separate realms or timelines. Driven by an insatiable curiosity, I chose a path enveloped in a soft, blue light, feeling as if it was calling out to me. The path led me through a corridor where the air was thick with a mist that seemed to sparkle with tiny, star-like lights. I heard whispers around me, voices speaking in an unknown language, yet conveying emotions and images directly into my mind. Scenes of ancient ceremonies at Stonehenge, where the stones were not just stones, but portals, gateways to other dimensions and times. As I journeyed further, the corridor opened up into a large cavern. Here, the unexpected became reality. Phantasmal figures moved around me, seemingly unaware of my presence. They appeared to be engaged in a ritual, aligning the stones above with constellations that had long since changed in the night sky. This was no longer just an archaeological expedition. I had stumbled into something far more profound. The realization hit me: Stonehenge might indeed be a portal, a bridge between worlds and times. But was it created by human hands, or was it a gift from a far more advanced civilization? A cosmic compass guiding not just earthly navigation, but also interdimensional travel. As I delved deeper into this experience, I understood that my role was not just to observe, but to interact. Perhaps the key to unlocking Stonehenge's true purpose lay in engaging with these visions, these echoes of the past or glimpses of other realities. With a mixture of awe and a newfound resolve, I prepared to immerse myself fully into the mysteries of Stonehenge. This journey into the unknown was not just about uncovering the past. It was about discovering connections that transcended time, space, and perhaps even the very nature of our reality. As the first light of dawn began to pierce the darkness, I found myself standing once again in the center of Stonehenge's stone circle. The mystical chamber and its paths had vanished, leaving me in the quiet, early morning hours amidst the ancient stones. The transition back to the real world was as seamless as it was disorienting. For a moment, I questioned the reality of my extraordinary nocturnal experience. I sat down, my back against one of the cold sarsen stones, trying to process the events of the night. My mind was a whirlwind of images and emotions: the mysterious chamber, the ethereal paths, the ghostly figures, and the ritual. Was it all a vivid dream, a hallucination, or had I truly experienced a journey through different realms and times? As the sun rose higher, casting its warm glow on the stones, clarity began to seep into my thoughts. The experience, whether real or imagined, had gifted me with a profound insight into the mystery of Stonehenge. The stone circle was more than a mere monument of the ancient world. It was a nexus point, a place where different realities, times, and perhaps even dimensions intersected. The visions and interactions I had experienced suggested that Stonehenge might have been used as an ancient cosmic compass, not just for earthly navigation, but as a guide through the cosmos and time itself. Perhaps it served as a gateway for an advanced civilization, or as a focal point for rituals that tapped into these otherworldly connections. Filled with a sense of awe and responsibility, I knew that my discoveries needed to be shared. Yet, how does one convey such an experience without the evidence that the scientific community demands? I decided to document my experience as faithfully as possible, detailing every vision, every sensation, and every theory that had formed in my mind. As I prepared to leave Stonehenge, I felt a deep connection to this place. It was no longer just a subject of my research, it had become a part of my very being. The mystery of Stonehenge, partially unveiled to me, would now become a beacon in my life, guiding me in my continued quest for knowledge and understanding. The world may not be ready to accept the true purpose and power of Stonehenge, but I was determined to bring its secrets to light. to share the revelations of that mystical night. Stonehenge, a symbol of ancient mystery, had revealed its secrets to me, and I, in turn, would reveal them to the world.